All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Geomologist Presents. Today we are continuing our AD&D 1E campaign of Against the Slave Lords. And you can see here in the background the cover, John Dee's cover of the A1 module, Slave Pits of the Undercity. We haven't quite gotten there yet. We are in between A0 Danger at Darkshelf Quarry, which was a 1999 product added to the Against the Slave Lords tome by Skip Williams. It is also AD&D, so no conversion needed to 3.5. I think it was 3.5 at the time. And and we finished that one, and now they've been training and doing other side adventures to get to probably adequate levels to handle A1, which is kind of cool, and it's really evolved to me. Instead of just playing these modules, it's evolved into a Greyhawk campaign against Slave Lords, which I appreciate, and I appreciate the player characters for indulging me to do that, and I think we're enjoying it. And speaking of the player characters, I will introduce them. I'm going to go from right to left on my screen, and I'll introduce you, and you can tell me who you're playing and what level they are, or if they've qualified for a level recently. All right, first we have Wolsey.
Hello, everyone. This is Tim Woolsey. I'm running Bronson, a neutral good cleric. I've recently qualified for 5th level, so that's exciting. Have 3rd level spell coming up. I think that's about it.
What god is he professed to?
God of roads, travel, and distance.
Oh, like Oldirama or something like that?
Oldirama,
something like that.
Fairlong?
Oh, okay, cool. Fairlong. Neat. All right. Yep, so we're playing in Greyhawk, everyone, so okay, I'll get back to that. But we're playing in Greyhawk, so these will be Greyhawk deities. All right, next we have J-Ro.
Good morning. I'm playing Zork. I am a half orc cleric fighter, 4th level at both. And I'm just really enjoying smashing things at the moment. So,
yep. Cleric of who?
Obadiah.
The Great Leaf.
Obadiah.
Yes. A distributor of pipeweed across the Greyhawk.
Right. Yeah, of the orchard of the Great Leaf.
Yep. Cool. All right. Next we have Grayik.
Morning, everybody. I'm Grayik, it's a screen handle, and I'm playing Riordan. He is a 5th level fighter, or at least he's qualifying for 5th level after cleaning out the armory at Ravenglass that we visited in last session.
Nice. And we have Snake up next.
Good morning, everybody. I'm playing Veer. He is a half-elf, 5th level fighter.
Very nice. And last but not least, we have the woman of the birthday weekend, Stream Rolla.
Hello, I'm Stream Rolla. I play Arlendia, and this is her trusty recon toad. Well, toad, frog, bufo. And she is a 4th level elf fighter magic user. She just has to finish training up for her fighter to 4th level, or magic user up to 4th level, one or the other. And she's neutral good.
Nice. Well, thank you guys for introducing yourselves. So like someone mentioned, last time we had finished up the adventure of Ravenglass and the Haunted Lighthouse. So here's kind of the battle report. They fought these undead creatures in one session. Then they traveled to then they kind of took the lighthouse, or cleared the lighthouse, and then fought this strange were-raven druid who had a host of ravens that attacked him at night. Probably very foolish to attack but he didn't seem, the druid did not seem altogether there attacking a defensible position of heroes. Probably a bad idea. And then lastly, then they went to Ravenglass and explored that, and found an armory that, while it was trapped and had some tricks to it, really was a nice easy time, I would say. So now they've probably brought. Thinking they brought the cart over to Ravenglass and are loading everything up to then go back to Nessermouth. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. To my
Right.
knowledge.
Anything? Here's my quick map of the armory here with all the fun stuff. So anything else we want to do in Ravenglass?
You mean
My
before?
recollection was that we were basically done here. That this
Yeah,
was like the main building of significance. The other one was the church building that we already cleaned out. That may have been the Were Ravens kind of
Roost
lair.
yeah, seemed like that.
Well, I mean, Arlindia would like to just do a once through quickly, make sure we're not missing anything, and then continue helping get everything into the wagon.
Okay. In the armory, you mean?
From the armory into the wagon, yes.
Yeah. All right. So I guess you could go ahead and roll out your check for secret doors for elves if you wanted to.
I gotta remember where that is. Sorry, viewers.
Like 2 and 6 or 3 and 6.
Yeah, something like that.
While
Nice
you do
weapon.
that, just to check up, were there was some special ammunition that we found here? Was there just regular arrows and the like too in this armory, such that the militia and I can top off our stock?
Yeah, there's plenty of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm gonna refill my quiver.
Wait.
I thought there was. I
What-
thought I documented that.
What
D6.
dice? Just a D6? Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing on my sheet that says that. It is a 6.
It'll be
Okay.
under your race description.
Yeah, you don't find anything else.
Okay.
If you check there. Yeah, there's some arrows you top off, and you can, you probably gotta take some time to make sure they're not warped and stuff like that. But you find enough that you can top off.
And just
Or fix the feathers, because the feathers are probably degraded. But the fletching. But you do find those 10 silver tip bolts and 10 silver tipped arrows, right? So those are,
and we each took, if we were using the arrows, we each took 5 oil wrapped one or oil soaked ones.
well, they're just wrapped in oil, so they won't get damaged. So they're not.
Oh,
It's not like flammable oil, right? It's like
Okay, then it would be 10 each. So 5 silver and 5 oil is what I put down. So 10 silver wrapped or silver tipped.
Yeah. It sounded like it sounded like the oilcloth is just to prevent rusting.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you really wanted to repurpose those bolts, you could probably make like bodkin type arrows. But it just takes the time to do it. I mean, you can probably collect fletching, all that kind of stuff here from the arrows that are damaged or whatever, and just got to take some time or find a boyer in Nessermouth.
Well, I think Arlindia would be a little anxious to be getting back because she wants to check on her sword and see if she can't trade it for perhaps a magical arrow.
Okay.
Or better, seeing if she can't talk to the one she trains with as to whether or not her longsword that she has can be traded or turned into a magical weapon.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna head back to Nessermouth then.
Yes, after everything's loaded, we'll head back.
Yeah. Well, so it probably takes you some time to load, so you probably camp one time overnight in the lighthouse, but there's nothing. There's probably some light rain or drizzle, but did you keep the lighthouse on, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Did the townspeople request it being left on, or?
Well, the magistrate or whatever, the sheriff did.
Sheriff asked us to.
I mean, someone's going to have to come back and, so it probably has enough fuel for if you leave it. Probably plenty of fuel actually there, so it'll last for about 5-6 days.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
if we're
mean,
gonna,
I don't know if you
if
want
we're,
to keep. You can. I don't know if you can. You could probably douse it. And if you don't want to keep it on during
I
the
don't.
day,
We're
but
not gonna have to pay for the fuel, right? So just let it burn.
yeah, let it burn. Okay.
This is on
Yeah.
that.
If we are gonna stay the night, I want to pray for detect magic
Okay.
and just maybe scan the area, see if I can't find some magic we're missing.
Okay. And you could throw that stuff in a pile. The
Yeah, the stuff that we have gathered, but
Mhm.
also if I kind of focus in a certain direction within range, I can detect if we've like missed magic, somewhere in the town.
Oh, okay. Are you going to go back into town and check that out then?
This Raven, we're staying in this.
No, I figure you're staying in the lighthouse. It's cleaner and nicer,
Oh, okay,
not as muddy.
Which is just a little bit up the path. I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't smell like a dirty swamp.
okay.
It's not sinking.
Well, then, yeah. While we're detecting magic on the stuff we found, I'll go ahead and detect magic around us.
Okay. In the lighthouse.
Yes. So Arlendia just wants to check out the lighthouse and make sure that if there's any valuables that we take it with. Otherwise, she'll play housekeeper and try and set the little bed and table up and little kitchenette. So whoever they send from Nissermouth has something nice to walk into. And obviously we'll lock the lighthouse and take the key back to the sheriff.
Yeah. So as suspected, then the let's see what the scimitar and the short sword are lightly magical, but a little better magical or a little more intense magic than like a Bazali's longsword, if you compare it. The splint mail armor is moderately magical.
Okay, what does it do?
I mean, it's pretty. I mean, you would say, yeah, yeah. It's why they left it. Who knows? I mean, it's crazy. But random rolls and stuff. So, but it's pretty, like, it's ornate with a bloom on the helm, and really done up and moderately magical.
Okay.
So if light was like +1 and plus is 1 to 3, then moderate would be like 4 to 6, etc. Okay. And then
I'm mostly asking, what does that do? I mean,
well, they haven't like so you can also you can roll a d6 Zorik to see if what you can
if he can
identify, quote
identify.
unquote. Yeah, it's a house rule I use. It identifies a pretty brutal spell in first edition. I think that's it. Nothing else is magical that I can see. I guess the martial diagrams have some slight enchantment on it.
Okay. Slight
Maybe
enchant.
either maybe preservation or something, because they're still okay.
I will fix that in here.
And one of the training dummies has a enchantment on it as well. All right. And I guess okay. All right. So yeah. So J-Ro, you can roll a d6 for those 3 items that were magical: the short sword, the scimitar, and the split mail, to see if you can pin down the enchantment. All right. So that's 1. So short sword's +2. The scimitar. So roll for each one. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You can't quite get the enchantment of the other 2 except for a degree. But yeah, I mean, you could probably guess that the scimitar is also +2 based on the level of enchantment. The split mail, higher than that. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. You could roll for the training dummy and the martial diagram might as well. Also. Nope. Okay. Just yeah.
Nope.
Just abjuration magic on the martial diagram. the training dummy has an alteration. One of them has an alteration magic, I think. That's right.
Okay.
Check.
I tried to update our loot tab, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Amy,
Okay.
you said you're proficient with the short sword?
Not necessarily proficient. I have proficiency in longsword, short bow, and longbow.
So you're like me. Neither of us have proficiencies with the two weapons that you recently acquired.
No, that's why I was thinking.
Yeah, I was right. Alteration magic on the training dummy.
Okay.
That's why I was thinking I could either sell the magical short sword to the one that's training me to see if she can't find me a long sword that's magical. Maybe between the magical short sword and my long sword, she could get me a magical long
She
sword.
may not be able to get you a long sword +2 because that short sword being +2 is pretty nice. Then if it's okay, I'll take the scimitar since nobody seems interested in that. And well, I'm not proficient in it. At least it'll give me a magical weapon for the next time Carl throws magic beasts at us.
Yep.
Right. So where it says
Yeah.
magic,
I roll those
2.
randomly. I don't throw them at you. I roll them randomly. The world throws them at you. Just to clarify.
Well, for whatever reason, this village must have been sacked while the militia was unable to get its weapons or something like that. So, a long time ago, not necessarily our job to solve the mystery there, but sounds to me like if they were leaving behind all their gear, something got at them before they were able to arm up. But that's quite a haul for to get +2 weapons. Yeah, I was about to say that Snake if Vera wants to have at it and train to use scimitar, that'd be great because now that we know it's a +2 weapon, I would have been similarly tempted to simply train to use it when we went back to Nessermouth. But totally go for it. Since you got the exceptional strength, that'd be an excellent asset, I would think.
Is there any way I could, because when I was training, I didn't have a magical weapon, so we just put my proficiency on the longbow, but I was already proficient in the short bow. Can I change it from longbow to the short sword?
I would say you wouldn't want to change it from. Oh, you're specialized in the short bow. Okay. I think next time you train up, you could probably do that.
Well,
Switch proficiency.
we're gonna end up. Well, that's what I just did. We're gonna go back and finish training me up to the 4th level. So last 2 sessions ago when we started the training, we picked longbow because I found a longbow and I had an empty slot, but I didn't have anything to use it for. So we put it on longbow. I'm just seeing if I could change it to the short sword now that we've found that.
When you train up, next time you level up, you can just switch it out.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm going back to finish training.
Oh, okay.
Is it necessary for her to be switching proficiencies? As she is a fighter magic user. She started with 4. She gets another proficiency every 3 fighter levels. So I think she should have an open slot.
Well,
she could have an open slot, but to specialize, she's going to have to use 2.
Yeah, it takes for the short bow. It takes 3. It takes 3. Right?
Okay.
Oh wait, but I think she's automatically proficient in the longsword because you're an elf.
Correct.
I
don't know. Go ahead.
I was saying last time we played.
Oh, maybe not.
Before we got to here, as I was finishing up training, I had an open slot. I didn't have anything else. We had just found the longbow, so you said I could be proficient in that because that's what I had found, and we were going on to do other stuff. So I'm just saying if I could switch it because I have not finished training. We have to go back to Nessermouth. I have to finish training. There's 3 of us, I think, that have to finish our training so that we can leave. I'm just asking.
Well, the point I was making is that, okay, you were specialized in short bows. That's 2 slots. You knew how to use a longsword. That's 1 slot. So that's 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
You then learn to use the longbow. That's 4. So that was your initial 4 just for making your character. You leveled up a bunch of times, so you get a 5th one, which, as far as I know, you haven't used.
Yeah, you haven't used yet.
So I don't think you need to be, swapping out different proficiencies and retraining them in town. I think you can just learn to use the short sword,
Yeah.
which elves do get the +1 to hit bonus on.
Oh wow.
Okay.
On longsword.
It says here, when employing a bow of any sort other than a crossbow or a short sword or long sword, elven characters gain a bonus of +1 on their die rolls to hit.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
And
Is that for half elves?
Is that in Unearthed or is that in the players?
Player's Handbook, page 16.
yeah, so I don't know how to put this on my character sheet then.
I put it on there.
Oh, okay.
I think the damage adjustment I have to add the magic in there, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Half elves, I don't believe that they gain a weapon bonus. Only elves, I think, get that. I'm looking at their thing on the next page of the PHP.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to look over here.
I'm testing it. I'm testing. There you go.
So
that's
then,
I rolled. That's max damage. Pretty good.
So when I roll it, you said I have to add in the magic. How do I do that?
I did that. I did that already. Oh, I think I already did that. I don't have to do damage adjustment. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. I was gonna say because I clicked in use for the longbow because we picked it up.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. So, and then just roll a d6, Zork. One more d6 because you're detecting magic around the grounds of the lighthouse now.
And recently bathed.
Nope. Don't find anything.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Anything else are we doing here?
No, not really. I mean, I just would have tried to make the lighthouse look nice again.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
right,
I'm pretty certain the one that we found in the caves was the old lighthouse master. He probably took everything, so we probably found everything in his possessions that
he didn't have much.
Right.
Yeah, and we already
yeah.
Bronson and I already gave his remains a proper burial to try and set his spirit to rest. So I think we're done here.
I think you're done. Yeah, you're good. I think you buried it up atop right near the lighthouse. I think right. So
right, and somebody blessed the lighthouse again, so that way it's
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it is uneventful trip back to Nessermouth.
I like hearing that.
About here.
And
so I know.
I would like when we get back to go see the sheriff because I need to anyways to let him know that we took care of the lighthouse and to find out if because he said that we would talk about, what else we would do once I finish that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can actually see the lighthouse even in the daytime. You can see it, glowing. Mm-hmm. It is like a mirror surface, right? So you can see it. So it's kind of cool. So you make it back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I guess and you. So I know. So you're gonna go talk to anyone else? Gonna go with Arlindy to talk to the sheriff? I know J-Ro. I know that Zorik wanted to go talk to the druids. Right.
Right. I want to talk to the druids, but yeah, me and the sheriff, I don't think have ever met or get along, so I'll be fine.
Okay. So anyone else?
Did you want to go talk to? I could give you the name of the dwarf that I was talking to, and just let him know that we'll be sailing out on a certain day and everything. And so, if they want to sail with us, they need to get on the boat by then, or they need to meet us in Darkshelf.
Yeah. Well, you guys got to stay here and train for another. You might want to send word or message to Darkshelf if you need to train for another month, right?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to probably get a messenger over there to, check in, make sure and ask for a reply from Yogi, just to make sure nothing's happened in her absence. So let's arrange for that, and then tell the dwarves we're going to be here for a couple more weeks, and let them give them some advance notice so that they can start getting together too. Because if they're going to bring a prospecting team out, they'll probably want to get a bunch of equipment, and the offer should be that unless they want to make their own trip there, they can come with us on the dark sail on
Well, they
our
ask
return trip.
they ask you how long are you going to be, and are you leaving right away, or how long are you going to be?
Another 4 weeks.
Well, so we could get things together pretty quickly. I think the one guy you talked to, who had it was a good introduction, and they're pretty excited about starting. So they're they'll take off almost right away. So they'll start working on stuff.
Okay.
They'll
All right.
they'll just march there. I mean, there's probably a group of like five dwarves or so that are gonna go. A team.
The Grow to Oakheart Guild or whatever their name was.
Yeah. So they're gonna head out. So they could take the message to you for you too. Makes it a little safer.
Yes.
Sure, let's do that, and in it we'll tell Yogi that they're there to do.
Letter of introduction and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly, as prospecting team that they think that there might be metals of value. I think we said there was. Did we say there was iron in our?
I think they said iron and or copper, or just iron.
Okay, so yeah, there might be.
They found iron ore and more.
And more.
All right, and let them know that they're coming. That they're going to try and see if there are veins of interest, and they will be our guests. So give Yogi and our team there, Benjamin, if he's still assisting, heads up as to.
Well, he's a partner, so yeah, he has an interest.
Yeah,
he'd be excited. He goes, "Oh, return on my investment." Do you send word to Neister, to the head man? He probably will be elevated to mayor soon.
I think that
Darkshelf gets starts getting more prosperous.
I think that'd probably be a good idea too, since he's got a direct interest here as sort of our local government.
Right. Okay.
Because that's one of the things that I want to talk to the sheriff about too is, you need to start offering us protection, but I do not want to mention the crown and scepter to him at all.
Okay.
But I do want to talk to him about, okay, I've completed your lighthouse. Now you said you'll send the letter to the king for me that I requested.
Okay.
And I want to ask him if I also can write a letter to be enclosed with that one to go directly to the king. And in that one, if he says yes to that, then I would want to introduce myself and Darkshelf as, we're loyal servants of the crown, and basically hinting at we'd like to meet with him.
I think the dwarves can do that, Wolsey. Answer your question.
I mean,
if it's just normal iron ore, I'd figure they could set up a blast furnace there.
Yeah. They're taking a lot of stuff, and they kind of they already asked questions like, oh, how much stone is there? So they could probably make like a furnace from the stone around and stuff.
If
there is a forge, they can convert that forge.
They can pay to use our forge. They can pay to use our forge.
Although I would expect this to be much deeper underground, if we found something really exotic like mithril or adamantine, okay, then we probably need to talk about bringing in something special.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if I remember correctly, where iron ore is, there's potential for gold.
So, okay.
Let the dwarves figure that one out.
Right.
Yes, that's why they probably gave away a little too much, but I mean, it's stuff like that I want to start having communication with the king or at least one of his representatives. That
Okay.
way, when we get back to Darkmouth or to Darkshelf, if we have someone we can directly communicate with, I'm not so certain I trust the sheriff very much.
Yeah. Well, the sheriff does try to like ask like what happened, how did it go? I mean, what do you leave anything out, or what are you talking about?
I would tell him that we spent the night in a cave. The ravens were acting restless, but that's probably just because there were, water off to the side was not restful, and it was pretty uneventful. And we checked the rest of the city, didn't really see anything of note, and we came back.
Well,
Oh,
I think that we should be more forthcoming than that, especially to build our reputation as
but he says, I
heroes and
thought it was
monster
haunted.
slayers.
I thought it was haunted.
Yeah,
It,
so I would recommend you do tell them that we had to fight ghosts and undead, but we vanquished them, and there was also a were raven who we had to dispatch. But the lighthouse is
right,
secure.
right. But I mean, that wasn't at the lighthouse. I would tell him that was the town.
Oh,
Well, if you attacked us at the lighthouse, might as well. Then.
Yeah, I mean, they attacked us there, but it's been
so he
dealt
does.
with.
He does. Did you find anything? Did you explore the town?
It's in shambles. I mean,
Did you find anything of note?
we found some training dummies, some wooden swords, a desk that we could desperately use for our accountant back home. We found some very beautiful paintings that, if we leave them, would be completely damaged. So you weren't interested in those, so we've recovered those for prosperity. We'll put them in Darkshelf.
Any weapons or armor of note?
You see what I'm wearing? I have. We found the plume for the hat. I don't know that I want to tell him that I found my armor there. He doesn't know what I had in the first place, right?
Not really. You probably didn't go in full armor in here. You're probably not going in full armor in here.
Right. Then I would just say I finally found a plume for my armor. I found a very nice rock to sharpen my short sword with, so it's more shiny now.
Because though that's what I thought. I figured the armory would have been gutted. It did have some nice things there. Ravenglass did at one point, I had heard. Well, yes, I will do this. I think I should probably. My ex-checker said I should probably pay you for your services.
I
So
would appreciate that.
So how does so it's a day back and forth, and you fought monsters. No one died.
Not from our party. We did find some wonderful bird that we had munched on for dinner.
Oh, okay. You adventurers are very strange.
Oh,
And he says,
and we found some wooden boards that washed up from a boat wreck. Seems to be quite some time ago.
all right. Well, any interest in manning the lighthouse?
I don't know. I'd have to talk to the team. Probably not. I'm very interested in that letter of introduction to the king to push forth perhaps the protection of Darkshelf.
Remind him again. I don't know if I'm actually there, but
You could be there.
You can be there.
All right, then if I'm there, I think we had to decline your offer to mine the lighthouse, given how you have previously asked us to serve as privateers on behalf of the king.
Oh,
so.
yes. Yes. You can't be at two places at once. I understand.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Little Onwald, just across the area there, they're always looking for some, different jobs. They would probably be your best bet, seeing as they would know some of the other sailing ships. And
I'll probably talk to the captain of the naval station, and I'm sure they'll send a guard over there to the man in new duty station.
I will hand him the key. We made sure it was clean
Ah.
and enough fuel for it to be lit, so it is ready for an inhabitant.
Yes, I could see the light from here.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
any further word on perhaps some of the payment to us for doing this would be to give us the deeds to the additional rock formations in Darkshelf so that we could properly outfit our city with work.
Well, I mean, as far as I understand, you were there. It was in the hands of some nefarious organization, and now they are not there.
Correct, but I'm talking about that was only for the one set of mountains. I'm talking about the remainder of them. It would mean a lot to me if we had something in writing that we could hold in Darkshelf stating that that is the property of Darkshelf Holdings.
Well, I would have to petition the king. Right?
Absolutely, and I'd be more than happy to give you a letter to enclose with that to introduce ourselves.
Well, very well. That's fine. He does. He gives you guys 30 gold pieces each.
Okay, 30 gold each.
The 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5 heroes, right? Not the.
Are you guys keeping that on your own sheet, or do you want me to put it on the big sheet?
That was handed to you. We'll find out when we get it.
I'll hand it to you. I just don't know if you want to put it on yours. It's easier for me if I just put it on the loot, but that's up to you.
Okay. Well, let's go to see what Zorik is up to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. While they go off to the talk to the sheriff, I'm going to head back over to. I'm going to stop in my a temple to my deity first, if there is one.
Well, that's the temple. That's the Great Leaf here. That's the.
Okay, so it's like basically just a holy place that everybody goes.
Yeah, it's like a grove and has some buildings. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that's right. The orchard of the Great Leaf.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to thank him for my protection and offer up some offer my time and service and a small collection that I've got.
Okay.
And then also probably stock myself back up with some more of that fine weed.
Okay. Nice.
And then after doing that, then I will head to the Druids to see if I know it hadn't been long since I've been there, but I would still like to keep track of the what they found with the mud tigers.
Okay. Yeah, it hasn't been long. They say that they're doing pretty well. They seem to attack each other sometimes. I think they're trying to establish dominance. Right. So, which one is the biggest? So.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, their names were Kessler and Dachshund.
Okay. But they've grown a little bit.
Okay. And do they have any ideas what they might want to do with them?
These guys?
Yeah.
No. I mean, well, we will train them or handle them as best we can and study them. I mean, I do not know if you are taking them with or if you are.
No, I mean that's like I said. I don't have the facility to study them and to train them and keep them. I just figured the Druids just studying the natural world. I didn't know if you've used some of your spells like to talk with animals or talk with monsters or any of your other abilities. If you've just made any other progress with them.
Well, seeing as they're young, they're very hungry. They eat anything, it seems. They can even consume rocks and dirt.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, we are working with them. They're fascinating.
Okay. Well, that's one reason I brought them to you because I thought they were fascinating too, and they weren't natural. So, or at least of this area. So
Yeah. So they said, well, we have spoken with them, but right now they just say hungry, hungry, hungry. They're small.
yeah,
They
feed me,
kind of feed
feed
me.
me.
Yes, he laughs. Very good. We are. We will. How do we reach you? So they, ask for your phone number and address and stuff.
Well, like I said, yeah, I guess my residence right now is basically on the boat.
Oh,
Because we were kind of mercenaries when we went to Darkshelf, and I don't think we've established anything permanent there yet. And I don't know if I want to lay down roots anywhere at the moment, but I'll definitely keep in track because, like I said, I want to find out your findings and maybe help out if I could. Maybe if there's some like information that I could seek somewhere else if you could find it.
well. I mean, Realm Ward has a library, but of course that is days and weeks away. That's the capital of Nairon. So, but we will do our research. We will. It would be great to know where to send word if we find anything of interest, or if you check back in periodically.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Okay.
Then I appreciate it, and I'll keep in touch. And uh, any any wisdom or knowledge you might want to give. I'm not a druid, but I'm kind of druid inspiring, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But
Mhm. I see. I mean, I don't. You guys, you have access to all like the cleric spells, right? Or how does that? Or do you get like certain number of spells per level? Like,
yeah,
is there any cross spell that you're interested in that they might have? You can't learn druidic spells, but
yeah, I just I'll look, but I know there are, but um. Mainly, I think at higher levels they get to, because like I said, I'm only going to be
oh, they
limited
can
to
teach you.
second.
They can teach you speak with animals.
Okay, I know I have I think speak with animals is in the
It's a second level spell.
right, which I can pray for that. See,
Okay.
that's one thing different between the
Oh,
clerics.
right. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, you could pray
Yeah,
for
I
any of
can
the
pray
stuff.
for them.
All right. You don't have like a specific set of spells.
No, but I mean, it's like I said, I guess I could I said, well, my one deity is since he's kind of in a grove. I mean, we might be able to kind of start maybe crossing over some things, but
Okay.
but that's all something that I can talk about later.
Okay. Well, they can provide you with some scrolls if you want any scrolls that are, could be that are druid spells that are also cleric spells, like purify food and drink or something. You'd like
Okay,
to.
I'll study up on some that because at the lower level it's not there's not many. I'm reading through the
Yeah, cure light wounds is both. Purify food and drink is both. Stuff like
right.
that. Yeah. So they can give you a scroll of each of those for your work.
Okay, the scroll of cure light wounds and
A scroll of purify food and drink.
okay,
Purify
that would be wonderful. Thank
food
you.
and water, whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. No, you can't. I don't think you can learn third level spells now yet, Amy. Not till fifth level.
Okay.
But if there's any second level spells that you wanted to learn or something that
I don't know all of them.
Does
I already know fog cloud and stinking cloud
Okay.
and web, but I mean, I would love one that would be more of a fighting type spell but I don't really know. I think I have to randomly roll for those, right?
Well, you get two second level spells that you can cast now per day. So it's cool.
So
I
I
think
get
web qualifies as a fighting spell. We put it to
What?
excellent effect this campaign.
well, yes. No, I mean like he said I could learn another one. I just don't know what to learn. I
Yeah, let
mean,
me see. I can see what she might teach you, your trainer. You're worthy.
I don't normally play
Roll a
magic
d6.
users, so
Roll a d6.
I'm getting there. Okay. A
All right.
6.
Roll a d24.
A D24.
Yep.
3. Why did it
That's a
roll us?
d6.
Well, I put in there to roll 1 /R 1 D24.
Yep.
18.
18. She teaches you, well, this spell here is always very handy if you need to hide very quickly, and she teaches you, well, she lets you look through rope trick to see if you can learn it.
Look at what?
Rope trick.
What is that? And that's a
Rope
level.
trick's a wonderful spell.
Is that also a level 2?
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
It creates an extra dimensional space.
You can like use your have a long belt and as a rope, and you throw it up in the air, and you're able to climb up it into your own space for protection. It'll hold up a certain amount of people too.
So it's just like the magic rope I already have.
No, it creates an extra dimensional space.
Yeah, you're able to crawl up into it.
Yeah, it's up
You
to
want
6
me-
people. Up to 6 people.
So the
Do you
whole
want me
party.
just to read the spell description? I've got
Sure.
my PHP open.
Yep.
All right. When this spell is cast upon a piece of rope from 5 foot to 30 feet in length, one end of the rope rises into the air until the whole is hanging perpendicular, as if affixed at the upper end. The upper end is in fact fastened in an extra dimensional space, and the spellcaster and up to 5 others can climb up the rope and disappear into this place of safety where no creature can find them. The rope cannot be taken into the extra dimensional space if 6 persons have climbed it, but otherwise it can be pulled up. Otherwise, the rope simply hangs in the air and will stay there unless removed by some creature. The persons in the extra dimensional space must climb down the rope prior to the expiration of the spell duration, or else they are dropped from the height to which they originally climbed when the effect of the spell wears out. The rope can be climbed by only one person at a time. Note that the rope trick spell allows climbers to reach a normal place if they do not climb all the way to the rope's upper end, which is the extra dimensional space. Material components of the spell are powdered corn extract and a twisted loop of parchment.
So I can't.
So there we go.
I can't cast it unless I have the parchment and the corn.
Well, I don't really. I'm assuming that people get especially cheap stuff like that you have.
Yeah, Carl's been playing fast and loose with spell components.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless they're expensive ones, like you need it for like Wall of Force and stuff.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense to me because, in fact, if you read the PHP and take a look at some of these spell components, they're pretty obviously jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So roll percentile dice, see if you can learn it.
Okay. 41.
All right. You're able to learn it.
Yay.
Okay. Anyone else want to do anything? If not, I already rolled to see if anything interesting happens during your 4 weeks of training. But nothing did. So.
Yeah. The one other thing that I could think of would be to, as we train, and I would think that Veer and I would simultaneously be trying to include the militia in the drills, so that, because as I recall, they all qualified as well.
Yes, you could train them. That they take 2 weeks, so it's only
Yeah, so they'll be finished before
Yeah.
I am, for instance, and then probably just keep your ears open to see if there's any more rumors about activity by the slavers and their raiding parties. See if there's anything that's come out about any villages being hit, or if anybody knows anything about their activities in Highport. I don't think that we have underworld contacts, so I'm not expecting much there. But who knows? Anybody could say anything in a tavern or something like that.
Okay. All right. Nice, Wolsey. Yep. Wow, 8. That's really good. Oh yeah, Amy. I think you get hit if you haven't rolled your hit points. You can get a D4 divided by 2.
D4 divided by 2.
Yeah.
For hit points.
Yeah. So two points. That's good.
2 more hit points.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's healed up and stuff, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know why people are injured. Yeah, everyone's healed up.
I would like to take this time to either employ somebody or buy one. I would like to get several flags made for Darkshelf so we could put one on our keep and one on our boat that basically symbolizes our Darkshelf Enterprises LLC, Darkshelf Holdings, I guess, LLC. Which is fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. What level spell is that, Zorik? Second.
It's second, yeah.
So if you have 200 gold,
And it's in. I went to Unearth to look at the druid spells there.
Yeah.
So they have it in the Unearthed Arcana. Because
Okay.
I knew there was some other crossovers in there also.
Yeah. So if you have 200, if you have 200 gold, that's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll do it. The first 2 were free.
Is there like a
That's how they get you.
or a fighter?
Keep you coming back for more.
Yeah. Go ahead, Snake. Sorry.
If there's like a fighter hall or guild or something like that, I think I would wander over there and see if by chance there's a chance to trade in that scimitar for a magic broadsword.
A magic broadsword. Okay. Yeah. So roll percentile dice. I'll do it that way.
$82.
Is there somewhere around that I can pay to have a coat
Oh,
of
that's
arms
good.
created for Darkshelf? The Darkshelf Holdings?
You probably have to find a herald to do that. I mean, you could make one. You could even subsume the raven one. So it's pretty. I guess you're pretty lucky because 70% are long swords, 20% are broadswords. So 82 works. You're able to find one.
Nice. Is it the same? So the scimitar is a +2. Is the broadsword a +2?
It's probably gonna be a +1.
You know what? I would take it. I would do a trade.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to remove. Assuming that's good, I'm going to remove the scimitar and change my broadsword to a +1.
Okay. How do I notate on my sheet what I'm proficient in?
Well, you just don't put a non-weapon proficiency penalty, so don't check that box.
There's a space on the sheet that where you write down what your
Proficiencies, yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, it's under attacks. Should be above the attack matrix. It should say weapon proficiencies, and then it says weapons, and there should be a text box there.
All right. So
Thank you.
as you guys have been asking, so interestingly, Bronson finds out information about Highport. he learns that through the because he's kind of studying at the temple, the allied temple of Oldorama there. That's where he's doing his stuff, and he hears that there is another ally in Highport. When you guys ask around, because I think Gray was saying, "Hey, let's find out about what we know." So Highport is so about, let me see. Well, just what you guys learn about Highport, and then I'll give you the information from that specifically Bronson would learn through the temple. If this thing comes up. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So about 70 years or so, Highport was overrun by a force of orcs and goblins.
Mm-hmm.
And they survived 5 assaults, but the 6th assault breached the gates, and Highport fell to the orcs. The city was sacked and burned, and most of the population slaughtered or enslaved, save for a few who escaped with their lives. And it was called the Night of the Bloody Spear because the defenders were impaled on spikes and left on the city wall. So eventually, though, over the 50 years, was a worldwide coalition of these humanoid tribes. Pirates have braved the port and found it reasonably tolerant. So that could be a way to, as privateers, that could be a way to at least put your boat in the port. There's a lot of factional division, blood feuds, and infighting. Various tribes dominate the government at times. And at least 2 humans and a half-orc have controlled the government in the past. It's very malleable. But Highport's population has rose a little bit, and has become a haven for people who are escaping justice. They tell you it. The temple, who accepted the orcs as kinsmen, and of course half-orcs are common. And it is a fallback point for pirates who raid along the Woolly Bay and the Azure Sea and the Sea of Gernot. So they know all this, or there's this person that they know. His name is he says as you know, the Church of Oldorama is very much against slavery. We are very concerned about that, what is going on, but we have not sent anyone to Highport. However, we know all this because there is perhaps this individual is either heroic or very foolish. He is a priest of Tritherion, who is the priest of freedom, or the god of freedom. Tritherion. He can abide the idea of slavery in any form. And this priest named Macaro Valastine is sort of there doing his mission, which is to dismantle slavery. But as far as I know, he works alone.
We may be going there at some. I don't know. I don't know if Bronson's just communicating this to us, or if
you can you probably have a meeting within a month. You can have a meeting with the priests of
because
Oldorama.
it'd be worthwhile. It sounds like this Triastine fellow might be a point of contact there, even though although he's classified maybe as a loner right now, he might be an ally for us when we go there, because Highport, it sounds like our, as it kind of probably all figured here, our wretched hive of scum and villainy for this campaign. But if we're going there, it might be a good idea to have a somebody who could maybe set us up with well, I guess we could hide on the boat, but if we need a safe house or if we need allies there, somebody could get some information on where to go, where the slavers might be, since I would think our long-term goal, given what this campaign is, to dismantle the slave lords network.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would absolutely share all that information as well. And would it be at the end of the month, or would I be able to? I mean, I wouldn't be staying at the temple the whole time during training, would I?
No.
So, I mean, as I found stuff out, I would probably share that information so that, I guess more avenues can be checked out. And, we do have some locals on our ship as well that we could probably get information from as well.
Yeah, that's true.
How far is Highport from here in terms of I mean, we probably have a rough idea of distance, but like, how long will it take us to actually sail there?
That's a good question.
Hopefully less time because now we have a navigator.
Let's just assume, neutral, favorable weather, not something, not like storms, something like that. But obviously, it's gonna vary depending upon what the weather is actually like.
If you leave before the end of summer, you usually have a south or east wind. Is that true? No, it's generally depends on the winds, really. Obviously, well, even in the fall, you can have a southerly wind. So if you have like a trailing or perpendicular type of wind, then it'll take less time, obviously. But let me see. So your boat can travel. I guess I could tell you, and then we can figure it out.
But now we have a working mast, and
yeah.
Yeah, not that we're probably going to go there right away. We'll probably want to drop in on Darkshelf first, but it does sound like this is where we're eventually going. So better we start figuring this out.
There was a table movement. There it is. Okay. Oh, is that movement? That's visibility range.
The winds against us will have to tack into it, to which will extend the travel time. But now that we probably have a little bit more
there it is. Okay.
experience on a ship, we won't, run aground again.
Right. So I think you can see the movement. What does that mean? It says for a cog, you move at 9. What does that mean? Is that miles? That's dumb. Go to the next chapter to see what 9 translates to. So 9 is 90 yards per melee round, which is 90 yards per minute. So I don't know what that translates to for. Rates per tens of yards per round, just like overload movement rates. So let's see. I did calculate this before. There's daily movement. There it is. So it becomes you can move up to like 27 miles in a day. It looks like, well, maybe more than that, depending on how you're. No, 18 miles per day on a cog. Unless you go through the night, like you have shifts. Okay. Oh, okay. So you could 18 miles, but then that can up to double. So you could go up to 36 miles a day depending on the wind. There you go. Figured that out finally. Right. So um oh, God. So I guess we got to look at a bigger. I don't think I have like a big map. But that is a good idea to see how this looks. Yeah, I don't know.
So about 36 miles a day in favorable winds.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd have to look at a
Yeah, I'll trust you to make a final calculation. Just doing it very roughly
rough.
by pulling out the Darlene hex map. I think
Yeah.
that was 30-mile hexes. So if it's about if there's about 15 hexes there, that's 450 miles. Divide that by 36. 12.5. So it's going to take us probably about 2 weeks to sail
2
over
weeks
there.
of sail. Yeah, that makes sense. That's about right. And it'd be going southwest, basically, towards Highport. Yeah. So it's like you probably plan on 2 weeks of travel or a month of supplies and stuff, right? Okay. All right. Anything else we want to do in Nestermouth? Oh, you do get word from back from you do get a letter. It's a month, right? So within 2 weeks, you get a letter back from. All right. No, probably about when you're leaving. It's about. I think I calculated like a week between travel. Let's see. There's 12 mile hikes. Yeah, about the time that you're leaving, you do get a note back from 10 days, 20 days. Yeah. So about the week before you leave, you get a letter back from your people at Darkshelf. That makes sense.
Yes.
And they tell you that the dwarves have settled in. This is probably after like 2 days. The dwarves have been there. The dwarves have settled in and are working on doing experiments in the mines. So a couple of the fishermen. So that's 6. So how long total have you been gone?
If we're staying to continue our training for 4 more
Yeah.
weeks, 8 weeks total.
All right. So they tell you that like some of the fishermen spotted a black ship, but it didn't enter the river, and it just kind of sailed by and didn't stop. About 2 weeks ago or so. So they're wondering when you're going to come back, and just in case they come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. but everything else is going smoothly. The quarry is continuing to. We've had merchants from Relpool and Uskarn come as the quarry has been, reestablished, and they've heard. And some merchants. It's great that you're sending merchants and from Nessermouth as well, mostly by land. They've been going. So, hopefully the sea lane will be open soon, and we will get more travel than just a bunch of fishing, more sea traffic than a bunch of fishing boats. So, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anything else we want to do, Nessermouth?
I was going to talk to the navigator away from prying eyes about the crown and scepter that we found, because
Oh, okay.
I would love to be able to send a letter to the king if I can, asking about it.
Okay. Oh, well, interesting.
What?
All right. So the navigator, you show him these things.
Not in front of other people, but yes, just him.
Oh, okay. Not with the other group, with the rest of the group.
Well, I mean, our group, but they've already seen
Oh, okay.
it.
I know, but all right.
I'm not showing him to the sheriff or any of the rest of them.
Okay. Well, whoever is there when you guys meet with him and you show him this stuff, his eyes go wide, and he's like, "Where did you get those?"
We found them in a pirate horde. Is there something that I should know about them?
Because, well, I've only seen them. I've never seen them this close. If he says,
Well, pray tell.
if that is indeed. Well, he says, I believe you've.
His name is
And
Yosef, by the way.
Oh, Yosef. Let's see. Let me get to the adventure. All right. He says that, well, and he says during the strife and turmoil that was happening in Onwall, when gotta get my story straight. He says, well, it was like he said, it was there's much strife. The capital of Onwall was being sacked. The capital is called Scant.
Scant.
And the King's Tower. Well, it was a daring raid, they say, and the pirate, this you would call them, I guess, the pirate captain Tal Galgalad, very striking, roguish man. He and his crew daringly sacked, or while it was being sacked, entered into the palace in Scant and stole the crown jewels, it is said. But those crown jewels are cursed,
So they say, but something
Or
cursed.
soon after, Captain Gilgalad, well, he disappeared. His ship, the Barracuda, lost in a storm.
It was not lost in a storm. It shipwrecked on the coast.
Well,
I fear that your mind is playing tricks on you. I do not believe these are cursed. I believe they were a product of circumstances and a bad storm. Is there anyone left of your city that we can return these to?
well, I'm pretty sure the heir to the throne of Onwal, the last heir, is being kept under protection of the king of Nyrond in Relmord.
Do you suggest I
Or
send
so
a
I've heard.
letter? Do you suggest I send a letter to him? Is he of age?
Well, I suggest you just sell those things and pass the curse to someone else. I do not feel like running aground in a storm.
We will not run aground. I think your mind is playing tricks on you. As we have had, I will take them to the temple and have them blessed.
Well, if it is known that the crown jewels,
Can I interject there?
Mhm.
So, when we detected magic, was there any magic detected on there?
no.
Okay. At third level, I can do remove curse anyway. So I can remove the curse from him.
Yeah,
To
you could.
appease him. I'll do it in front of him. That way he sees it done.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. All right. Well, he feels a little better, but because some curses are there's no curse on it. It just they got as luck would have it, they probably got caught in a storm and ran aground, and the lighthouse was out because of
Right.
the drunk
The drunk guy. Yeah.
lighthouse keeper. So lucky for you. He does say, well, if you make the notice of these publicly, if you take these to the temple, though, they will become publicly known that they have been recovered.
We don't need to go to the temple now, as we bless them in front of you now. So
Remove the curse.
I simply am trying to find ways for you to feel more comfortable with the fact that it's a circumstance of a bad situation. Has nothing to do with curses.
Oh, he says, based on what you've told me about the sheriff, I would not share that here in Nessermouth. Perhaps
No,
keep
I
it
will
to
not.
yourselves. Keep it to yourselves, and keep them with you until you are ready to present them yourselves to the king.
Well, I have sent an introduction to the king, so hopefully he sends a representative to Darkshelf to meet with us. As I also wish to have Darkshelf deemed a manor.
Well, adventurers are ambitious, he says. Okay. Well, so that's what he tells you. So are we heading back to Darkshelf?
Yes, I guess. I mean, I'm kind of waiting in 4 weeks to see if there's any response from the king at all.
Oh, right. Wow, that's a good question.
As although the sheriff sent a letter, my introductory letter was introducing us as Darkshelf Holdings LLC. We have cleared the minds of the slave traders, and we wish to be recognized as a manor. But I also would go on and talk to him about there are riches beyond our imagination and the mines, and we've employed dwarves to help do that. We're paying our taxes on time. We've taken up, privateering on his behalf. We've done everything that has been asked of us. And in return, we would love for him to send a representative to tour Darkshelf and see that it is in fact a thriving city that would benefit from a manorship.
Okay. What's the average level of the party now?
I have no idea. I'm 4.
So it's, let me see, 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. Oh, 5. Okay. So roll 2d6 and add 5.
Me?
Yep.
We'll see if it's going to actually roll it this time. Roll 2d6 plus 5. 11.
Okay.
That's a really crappy roll.
No, that's a really good roll. So the sheriff, well, probably the week before you leave, the sheriff kind of says, calls you, has someone come get you.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to read this guy, but if you were guessing, are you going by yourself or is the group going?
I'm assuming that we would all be. I mean, if we were summoned, we would all.
Yeah,
go.
I guess everyone's probably summoned.
We would all go.
Okay. Yeah. So, that's right. Sorry, I was trying to go fast. That's fine. So you're summoned. You're summoned there. The sheriff, I guess, if you were guessing, he kind of looks mildly annoyed.
Why annoyed? It's just a letter.
No, I know, but he says, well, seeing as you are privateers of the king or of the king's navy, because I don't know why adventurers, like I said, you are ne'er-do-wells at best, in my opinion. Overly ambitious, make way too much money and ruin the economy, make everyone want to go out and become an adventurer and ply through dangerous ruins and dungeons.
And take care of problems for you in lighthouses and help you earn additional money. Be careful what you say, sir.
Well, you have a message from, and he has one of his like exchequer give you the message. The exchequer has his wry smile on his face as he hands you a letter with the seal of the Kingdom of Nyrond.
Okay.
It does not look like it's been tampered with.
We shall see. I appreciate the message. I think I would like to gather it in our party and go somewhere else to read it.
Yeah, he says, it is official. You are privateers.
Why, thank you. I appreciate it. I think
you're not going to open the letter?
I don't think I would open it in front of him. Or did you want me to?
I mean, he would like you to, but you don't have to.
What do you guys think? Open it there or open it on the ship?
I'd say the exchequer suddenly shakes his head like no.
Don't do it.
Open it in front of him. It's an official notice, and if it says something that they need to bear.
Yeah, the sheriff needs to know what it says too.
But
I would say open it here. It might have commands for the sheriff to provide us, so we may need to show it to him and save a trip back.
Okay.
Exactly.
I will. Can I open it and read it and pass it around, and then if I need to tell the sheriff something, I'll tell it to him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, it definitely officially titles you guys the adventuring company of Darkshelf, whatever you call yourselves.
Darkshelf Holdings LLC.
Yeah. And you have the king gives you it has a symbol sealed by the king. Whether he wrote it or not, who knows?
Probably
you've heard
not.
You've heard the king is old. Anyway,
Yeah.
it does give you it doesn't make you guys like knights or anything, but it gives you permission to exploit the quarry in the residence of Darkshelf, and it officially gives you like you're an officially registered adventuring company.
Okay.
And there is actually a concern about slave raids along the far coast of Nyrond, and we have heard of that happening along the coast of Onwall, but because of the troubles there, but other places along, in the Sea of Gurnat and Woolly Bay, etc. And His Majesty and other lords are looking for people to deal with the situation.
So he says nothing about whether or not he'll deem us a manor or what we would have to do that.
What
I'm
is his
not. I'm
name?
not asking him to knight us. I just want our area to be officially recognized as a manor because that's more protection that the king would give us.
He does not quite officially.
He basically gave us a deed to the mine.
He gave you an official deed
Which
to the mine, though.
I'm good with that.
But you're not officially given a manor. Although he says that there will, he says before the harvest, they will send representatives
Okay,
to meet with you.
that's what I really wanted. Okay, because
So
his
you could
official
probably show that.
representatives we can, but I will show the sheriff that we officially hold deed to all of the mines there, so the mountains and stuff, so he doesn't have to worry anymore.
Because, well, I was not worried as long as you pay your taxes.
Yes, we always do.
Yes, I just got the last. All right, thanks, Wolsey, for joining us.
Thank
Sorry
you.
you can't. All right, cool. So I guess we want to take a break and continue for a little bit.
Sure, it's up to you guys.
Yep. Let's take
That's fine.
Let's take a 5-minute break, and then hopefully we'll head back to Darkshelf. Yes.
Alrighty, I'm pausing. While we're
Okay.
paused, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Paused.
Okay, we are taking care of some last-minute business before we get to Darkshelf, and I think Arlindia and maybe Jordan wanted to see if they could trade magical weapons, a magical melee weapon for a magical ranged weapon. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was looking for a magical bow.
Did you both want to try, or?
I'm going to stick with what I have. Actually, I'm pretty happy. I've been wielding Bazali's longsword as my backup melee weapon.
Okay.
So maybe try anyway, Riordan. She can give you your, if you're the one that finds the magic bow, she can give you her regular longbow, so you're still not trading your weapon away. Because right now you're really just trying to see if somebody has a magic weapon, and then if they'll take the trade for the short sword +2.
That's fair enough. If right now all we're doing is asking around, we could do it independently of each other.
Okay.
All right. So what am I rolling?
2d6 plus. Do you have any charisma bonus?
I don't even know. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think I have
No.
bonuses really to anything.
Okay. Well, but I mean, you guys have done some stuff here around Nestormouth. You're starting to get some notoriety. So, all right. Well, I was going to give you a +2 for that, but so it's a 10 for Riordan. That's favorable.
Okay.
So
And
maybe we'll look on the naval.
9.
Maybe we'll look on the naval station.
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys have been there for like 2 months, and you've done jobs for. So that's pretty favorable.
Even if the sheriff, even Morgrath is kind of a jerk apparently. Maybe the folks at the naval stations who've been training them so much are beginning to take a liking to us.
Okay. Well.
Bow snipers.
So what is that? What is the enchantment? It's a +2, right?
On what?
Yeah,
on the short sword? Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's a short sword +2.
And are you trading in the Bazalia's sword too. Roden.
No, I'm keeping that.
Okay. All right.
No, but I can look to
So-
see if there's something else they wanted. But
Well, I mean, it's a +2, right? So if I look at experience point value
mhm.
and equivalent, I mean, if I trade, to make a fair trade. So what was the last trade that? Yeah, I think they kind of screwed Veer over because the rarity of finding a magical broadsword. It's not really an equivalent trade, but they'll take the +2 scimitar type of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was going to ask for some gold, but I was more interested in getting that broadsword.
Okay.
Do you need gold?
All right.
Can I have
No.
gold?
All right. So you find a you're looking for a short bow for Arlindia, right? Is that specifically?
Magical, yes. So
Yeah,
I need to take
okay.
off this short sword if
Yes.
this
So you
one's-
find a magical short bow with those two basically positive rolls. And because they want to be fair, if you're traveling at the naval station, they'll go into their armory because of the enchantment on the short sword is better than the bow +1. And to be fair, they will give you some magical arrows as well. They'll give you guys some magical arrows. So they
All
give
right,
you
then
guys.
this worked out well.
So they give you guys 12 magical arrows +1.
Okay, 12. Oh, I have to put the magical arrows somewhere else. So this is a short bow magical +1. So 1 to hit, or what do I do?
It's going to be put 1 under 2. Oh, you have like multiple to hits.
So I think she's going to put 1 to hit because she's an elf. Double check that.
1 to hit for
um,
missile. 1 to hit for missile.
And then I have
And then you have +1, put +3 to hit because you have 1 to hit for elf, 1 to hit for missile because of your dex, and 1 to
Okay.
hit because you're specialized.
okay,
So
and then
put +3, and then magic is +1.
1, and then no proficiency bonus because I'm that. And then what's the damage?
The damage is +1 because of the magic.
No. Damage small /m. It says
Oh.
1d6 right now.
Yeah, it's still 1d6. Yeah,
And then
Oh, but the
damage adjustment.
is that
That
should
should-
be
that should still be 0 because it should be have a 1 in the magic box, I think.
but her specialization is going to give her +1
Oh, that's
+2, right?
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah, put one there because of the specialization.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be +2, right? Isn't it +1 +2 damage for specialization?
Don't have these Unearthed Arcana rules memorized.
We're trying to do it right. Sorry for our listeners. We're just trying
no,
to
that's
be
okay.
accurate. We probably should have done an audit at some point, but we've been leveling up and the like. So bow is +1 +2 on damage. So put a +2 there for damage.
For damage adjustment 2.
Yeah.
And then damage type it says P.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and it says rate is still 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then short, medium, long is still 5, 10, 15, and then ammo. All that's the same, right?
Right.
And it's not dual wielding. Okay, now I took off the magical short sword and I put magical arrows. And what's the to hit for that?
An extra. Well, don't put the to hit. Just put the magic. Just put a +1 there. Oh, I see. If you're going to use the magical arrow, I see what you're doing with the bow. Shoot, that's going to be +4 to hit.
+4, and
No,
then
sorry. Still going to be +3 to hit, but then 2 magic. You're right. You got it there.
2 magic, and then do I leave the D6 stuff?
Yeah, 3 to hit, and then the damage adjustment is going to be.
Oh, whoa!
Or your.
Did you do something?
Yeah, I did.
I'm like, it is
yeah.
not 33 to hit.
Yeah, and then it's going to be +2 damage for your. We'll just keep it for your, specialization. So the when you're at point blank,
And
you're going to add another.
damage type is P for piercing again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, point blank, you get an extra +1 and double damage. Just FYI. So we'll have to. So this is for like short range, And then for point blank, it's going to be an extra +1 to hit and an extra point of damage too,
Okay.
and double damage.
Hey, Carl, should we be putting the since the damage adjustments
It doesn't track for specializations and stuff.
I was gonna say, since the damage to the hit adjustments for specializations with a bow are dependent upon your range, most of them kick in at short range. I'm trying to read this through here. Maybe I hope I'm not misstating this. Should we actually be putting them on the sheet, or should we be using them on the conditional thing when it asks?
Maybe conditional. Yes, maybe that's better.
Because your range is going to vary all the time. If you put them on the sheet, it's going to add it in there every single time.
Okay, so take the 2 hit off.
No.
Okay.
I don't know. Just keep it this way, because this is you guys are mostly at short range. That's why I set it up for Alindia at short range.
I almost always try to make sure that I'm point blank, because then I get extra 2 at point blank.
Yeah.
Because it says my short bow specialist point blank +4 +2 for short range.
Okay. Well, it depends how you want to do it. If you want to do it conditionally, then we'll adjust it. If you want to do it so that you're always at short range or point blank, we can figure it out. But then you're gonna have to subtract stuff.
Well, right now I just leave it however it is on the sheet, and then if I'm point blank, then I add another extra. And
1 and 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're at medium range, you got to subtract.
I'm -1 because you always have it at short with the +2.
Yeah.
So if I'm point blank, I add 2 additional in. If I'm just shooting and it's short, I just leave it the way it is. And then if I'm longer, it's -1. Yeah. Generally speaking, I don't shoot if I'm further away than that.
Okay.
Because I don't get any bonuses.
Right.
I move. Then I use the longbow because it's
as long as you're able to keep track of that, then it should work out then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. All right. So I guess 6 magical arrows to Arlindia, 6 to Gordon, or however you want to split those. Or...
Okay. And if I use them, I'll go collect them.
Yeah. We can figure that out.
All right.
Okay.
I'll add those to mine.
Unless you want to give Royden a little more, because he doesn't have a magical bow.
I can use 4 arrows, and you can take the other. Yeah. Is that better?
I don't really care. If you want to split half and half for ease, that's fine.
Well, we can keep it 6 and 6. I can always hand you one.
Right.
Okay.
Let's just do 6 and 6 for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else we want to do in Nestermo?
Can I send a letter to be answered in Darkshelf by the time we get back there? Because I wanted to reply to the king and tell him that we found the wreckage of the boat from Onwall. And we were just checking in as to the health and safety of, I guess it'd be their king. He's the boy, right? The prince?
Yeah. The crown prince. The prince in exile. There you go. Prince in exile.
And I'd love to come see him or meet him, or could he come visit us in Darkshelf? Just generally, I'm not saying anything about the crown and scepter yet.
That's an odd request, but I mean, the sheriff will send whatever. Like I said, he's kind of mildly annoyed.
I just wrote a letter and asked for it to be posted. I'm not. He doesn't know what's in there.
You could have one of the temples send it to you if you don't want it. If you don't trust the sheriff.
I think the sheriff will send it. I'm not sending any information that the sheriff would glean anything from, other than what he already knows. We found the wreckage, and
it doesn't look like it looked like at least he's not like opening and seeing what you're writing. It's he's not doing that. It
Right.
doesn't seem.
And letting him know that there are still subjects of the prince that they're taking wonderful care of here in Nessermouth, and they also were wondering about their liege, I guess.
Okay, interesting. All right.
I'm trying to gauge what's going on with the prince. Is what I'm trying to gauge.
Okay. I guess one of these days you guys are gonna have to travel to Relmorn,
To where?
the capital of Nyrond.
Well, yeah,
It's a nice 600-mile journey.
they can knight us while we're there.
Yeah, I had this information like at hand at some point during the week, but but I'm glad that you have figured that out.
Figured what
Yeah,
out.
it is
Well,
like the distance. You just kind of checked it out on.
Well, again, it's a rough estimate. I have a copy of the Darlene map, and because that
Yeah, me too.
because that has 30 miles per hex, it just added them up. But it's
Is it over
it-
here?
that's
Is this it?
no, Relmord is not on this map. You'd have to go all the way up that
Yeah, it's
river.
up.
It's
yeah,
it's way off the map.
It's this way. Yeah, it's this way.
But we
I
have a
don't-
boat.
It would
Yeah,
be.
It's better
it'd
to go
be-
by land.
It'd be roughly up.
Here we go. I'll show you.
It'd be
this.
roughly up here if you could actually see where I was pinging.
I don't-
It's way
I don't-
off map.
Oh.
I don't. It's not show. So on this thing, it's not even on this map. Relmorn is. It's probably like. See that? I guess the Entide River. If you follow the Entide River all the way up to the northwest, it's like off this map too. It's far.
Okay.
I'll show you. I can show you on the I got the DMG, the new DMG. It does have a map of Greyhawk in it, so I can show you on that, Amy.
Okay, you can show me later.
Okay.
I'm thinking that eventually
far.
we'll get there, but that's why I was asking if we're sending
Yeah.
letters back and forth,
Yeah, it just takes like probably
several,
15 days each
Which
way
is-
or something. Yeah.
which is fine. That's why I was
Okay.
sending the letter, but telling them we'll probably, if they reply, please reply to Darkshelf.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, it seems that fortunately, since you're still in summer,
And we have a navigator,
mm-hmm.
Yosef.
Okay, you're going through inhabit coastline 2d10.
Because I'm assuming that these are all of like the mountainous areas that we have the deeds to, right? These guys here.
They just give you a deed to or a permission to quarry in that area.
Okay.
And there's no, it's not really, it's vague and not specified. No one's going to stop you.
But I'd rather have proof.
Okay.
And if somebody comes and they're mining over there, then we want our share.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can say, hey, you can't mine here. Yeah, especially if there's like a strike, you really want to, that's probably true. It's probably true.
I'm trying to set Darkshelf Holdings up for the best success here.
Yeah, if there's like, yeah, I mean, iron maybe not, because it's kind of, but if there's like a,
if there's gold,
right, there's going to be like the gold rush of 581 or something if you find gold there. Okay. Okay. The only thing that happens on the first day, there's some like rocky ground as you guys are on the first day as you guys are going out.
So we're here.
Yeah, you're like here. There's some shallows for whatever because of the tides or whatever. Maybe the recent storms. Maybe there was like a an earthquake somewhere in the ocean far away. It made things a little shallower here. No tsunami though. Um, just gotta see the seaworthiness of the cog.
Oh, we just had it
Oh,
repaired.
17.
It should
Yeah.
be fine.
So someone roll a d20, roll low.
Any of you guys want to roll?
I'll
Sure.
roll.
All right, no issue. And I
Yay.
rolled encounters for the. So fortunately, you have like a southerly wind or an easterly wind most of the time, a crosswind or a southerly wind most of the time. So it takes you like 5 days to get. Oops.
Woo, we got big.
5 days to get back to Darkshelf, which is nice.
Yay.
Like half the time, and no encounters. I rolled fours the other days. So only a natural hazard, and you make it back to Darkshelf. Yay!
Yay. With new residents.
Yep. Yeah, you do. Okay. I guess you get your whatever monies you've collected. How much was that, Amy? After
Oh, I was putting
6
it all
weeks?
up here. It'll be 4,565.
4,000.
And that's included in the entire party loot up there. So
Okay.
I'll delete this off of there because,
Yeah, well, it's gonna be what's another week too, right?
and then it
Time
would
to
be
get
an additional 415 then.
415.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
So we're
Right,
at
so, what's the-
12,575.
All right. So what's the plan? So everyone's trained up. What's the plan now?
I think the first thing we need to do is check on the dwarfs and make sure that they signed all the contracts that they need to. I'm assuming we've negotiated that 10% of anything they take out that comes to us.
10%. That's extremely generous.
Well,
Yeah, I hope it'd be-
how much
I hope
would
it'd be more than
we?
that if we're the landowners.
Well, how much then would we have done?
They start at 50-50.
Okay, then
You're
50%.
fine. You're fine with that? Okay.
Well, how about if it is iron ore,
Mm-hmm.
then it's 50%. If it is silver, we go to 60. If it's gold, we go to 70. And if it's platinum or above, we get 80. Does that seem right, guys?
What is that again?
I have no frame of reference for what this would be. I'm somewhat inclined just to shake on the 50-50, but if you want to negotiate, I don't have any useful input here.
Well, how about 50-50 for silver and below? And if it is anything other than silver, so if it's gold or platinum or above, then 75%
For
Right.
them or for us?
for us. Or do we want to go 60-40 or 70-30?
Well, always negotiate the best deal for us.
So you want to start with 75-25? All right. Roll
Yeah.
2d6, add 2.
Roll 2d6 and add 2.
Mhm.
All right, it is 9.
9. They'll go with the they negotiate a little bit down. They would say 70-30.
Okay. 70-30, but they owe their own taxes. Like they have to pay their own taxes off the entire amount.
That's fine.
So basically the 50 or the 70 that we get comes to us. We don't pay taxes off of that. They still have to pay the tax.
Wait. No, you pay your own tax. We pay our own tax.
I tried. If we pay our own tax, then 75-25.
No, 70-30.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. I don't think you can even get gold or above out of those mines because you're just dwarfs. Prove me wrong, please.
Part of the deal here.
All right. All right. Well, then they come back then. Well, if we find gold, we will pay the taxes on it for the first year.
Thank you.
Practical consideration, Carl. They bringing all their own equipment or whatnot, or are we?
No, they brought like the specialized equipment.
Yeah.
Like all the alchemical stuff to test for the different ores. But I mean, they're using a lot of the stuff that's already there.
All right, good. I imagine they actually strike something that maybe we'll have to invest in building new shafts and whatnot here. But hopefully we're not having to set up their test equipment for them too right now.
No, they should be doing that. I mean, a lot of it
Right.
is set up, and there's miners there working, and we pay them, so we pay the miners. But if any of our miners are treated poorly by them, then fines will be assessed.
Right. So roll me a d10.
Uh-oh.
Someone. Let's have a roll.
Yeah.
D10. He hasn't rolled a lot.
I was like, not me, please. It'll
Okay,
gross.
you need me to roll up?
A d10.
D10. Trying to do the best for us here.
A test of what?
No, we're seeing if they go with what I was suggesting.
Oh, I know, but I didn't know what I needed to roll.
No, just roll a d10.
D10. 1 D10. 7.
7. That's pretty. They're very. By the time you get back, so it's been they've been there for like a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the time you get back, they're pretty happy. They've started. The forge is like, been worked up. They tell you it's like a pretty decent vein quality. They tell you they're pretty happy. They've been smelting iron bars actually.
Okay.
So they have. Let's see if they found. Okay, and then let's have a Snake. If you could roll a percentile dice.
22.
They have not found gold yet, but they found some copper veins if you want them to exploit it. So this is very. No one's. They say this is like untapped. They point to the whole mountain range, totally untapped. Not since the fall of the whatever civilization had the bright desert.
So I think I look at that dwarf and say, it is untapped, and we could probably come to an arrangement if you want to create a settlement in the least likely rock area to build your settlement and bring in more dwarves. Just putting an idea in his head to expand our village.
Yeah, I mean, like, and one of them says, "Yeah, Nestor Mount. That's a stinky swamp. I like this. Cool, dry air here. Mountain air. So I will contact my kinsmen around Nyrond. So I don't know. So they do a smelt. In that month that you were gone.
So now we have. I need to put in the loot thing here with the contract with the dwarfs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see what. I might have to look at another. So I don't know what it is yet. I'd have to look at another book. 1,600 coins worth of iron. I don't know what that means.
Coins of iron. Okay. Okay.
So 1,000. So I guess it says 1,000 coins of iron is a suit of plate armor. So I guess I could use that as a base.
Okay,
So
contract.
Coins here meaning gold, not copper, right?
well, coins, yeah. I mean, well, how much is a well no, it's like the weight equivalent. So how much is a suit of plate armor?
Don't know.
As in gold value.
Yeah.
Um, 4,000 or 400
Oh, that's
gold.
okay. Yeah, it says plate armor, so I guess that's
Yeah, it just says plate. And then when you get into the field plate and the full plate and all that kind of stuff, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
I
in
think
the. I think that'd be in the DMG.
okay.
field was on the DMG, but it wasn't specifically listed because it's kind of exotic. At least not on the table. It's listed in the text only,
Mhm.
but field is 2,000. I think Foal's an Unearthed Arcana and is
Yeah.
4,000. And then you're right. What did you say for just regular old plate? 400.
400.
400. Okay.
So 400 times 1,600, or
No. But 400 times 1.6.
400 times 1.6.
Yeah. We just have to do it.
600 something.
640.
Yeah. So 640 gold worth of iron that they've smelted for the month.
Okay. I will add that to the party loot. Hold on.
I don't know if you want to. I mean, you could put it at 1,600 coins worth or 640 gold worth, but however you want to put it. Because what if you want to use this iron to make stuff for yourselves? Right. It can make arrow points, spear points, whatever. So
Okay.
you just have to decide.
So I'll make
Wow.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how we want to put it on the loot here. I'll put iron ore.
I mean, if you can attract a dwarven community, then you can actually have, armors and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't have an armor here, then we're not going to be able to make the really good stuff because, as you may recall, as you may recall, I did inquire. We didn't want to spend the money on it at the time, especially because they were going to charge us even more than kind of sticker price, so to speak. I inquired about field plate armor back in Nessermouth because I wouldn't mind some armor that is flexible but with really good AC because AC is important in this game.
So do we want to sell this bit of iron now, or what do you guys want to do?
I imagine it would have to be transported somewhere to sell it, so
Yeah.
we're probably not in a position to sell it unless the dwarves want to purchase it off of us for it to become fully theirs.
Well, they get. Aren't you doing 50-50? So technically,
50-50 right now.
Yes, but I mean they could. I'm saying they could purchase our portion.
320, right? So technically, it's 320 then gold or 800. Yeah, 800 coins worth. I forgot we're doing 50-50.
Okay, so 320. So this one we want to sell.
Yeah, if we don't have skilled weaponsmiths and armorers here, we're not going to make a lot that would be useful for us as adventurers. So we might as well just sell it off, unless, or it probably gives us equal value if we allowed our blacksmith to just make horseshoes and mundane items out of it. So I just turn it into its gold equivalent value.
Okay, then I put it as total for the entire party right now then. But I mean, that is definitely something we can work towards because we do have blacksmiths and an apprentice. So our apprentice could be working his way towards being an armor. So I'm assuming they're using our forge right now.
Yeah.
So,
and they probably created another forge in the mines as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe in that area where the shaft is.
Okay.
If they could actually bring in a skilled dwarven armorer to make us, plate mails and whatnot that would be a huge boon for us. Us as a party, our militia, to get some actually really quite top quality gear, frankly. That would even probably have significant export value because anybody seeking to outfit their military would have an interest. Actually, striking iron is really quite advantageous for us.
Right.
So Amy, since you're a negotiator,
Trying to be.
and you seem to be dragging me into it because I wasn't into it before. But anyway, if we do attract a dwarven community, we could potentially provide them. I'll just say land, even though they're probably going to live under the mountain for free on our property. With the,
They could even clear out the mines and make those livable. I mean, they've been cleaned, but they could live under there, right?
right. Well, it depends how big a community they establish and expand.
True.
But
True.
the idea is not only would they be living there and working the mines, which is in our interest, but they would also provide some sentry functions for the whole village.
Yeah, defense. Yeah.
Well, those are all excellent ideas. And actually, since you brought it up, Carl, remember that the lowest section of the mine so far did lead out to the river through
Yes.
the where the mud tigers are living. So I actually think that they probably have a really quite good area that they could expand and start turning into if they want to settle here permanently, where they could build structures. At a
Right.
minimum, they can probably set up all their testing equipment there and set up a smelting furnace.
Yeah. So there's like 5 of them right now, so they might.
What about this? What if I put this out there? When they build a community that is, shall we say, 15 to 20 or more, then we could go instead of 70-30, 60-40.
Okay. That seems pretty attractive.
So sort of like Greyhawk was saying, that was my further thought, was if they do build a community and besides providing defense, they would also assist in town improvements, at no extra charge. The whole village is, going to build a bank, a stable, a dock, etc. I mean, it's the town building it.
Maybe a wall.
Yeah. But you know what I mean. As a village grows and becomes more of a city, there's buildings and structures and stuff that have to be built, and they would aid in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could definitely take some of this quarry stone that you're quarrying, and they could start building walls, given enough people, right? So.
And
that'd be an excellent idea. Yeah. I was going to notice that I expect there's going to be a certain number of structures that just build on their own because they got to live. They're going to build their own little houses and commercial structures.
Well, they also tell you, They also
there's probably stuff that we have to invest in and build for, and provide capital to build.
Right.
I'll state that once there's a community of dwarves, 15 men and a blacksmith, then we'll go to 60-40.
Well, because we will bring our women.
Yes, but
not that you can tell us apart. We all have beards, but
I'm just stating that they will be producing offspring and at home raising the family, which is fine. But we do not.
One of the miners says, "Excuse me."
Yes, ma'am.
I am a woman.
Yes, I know.
Female dwarf. All right, Berta. I am Berta.
Right.
Sub chief engineer. If this one gets crushed by a rock, I become in charge.
Correct. I'm just talking about 15 persons with a blacksmith. Men just meaning women and men. But
it's like shakes her head. Elves.
I go to war, do I not? And I am female. I'm just stating 15 or more along with the blacksmith.
Yes. Well, we have So as it turns out, this is probably an interesting theme. They're probably like refugees also from Onwall that are dwarven. 'Cause it makes sense, right? Because it's across the sea, and they just had a lot of turmoil. They're not
Yeah,
friends. They're never been friends with the Scarlet Brotherhood. So
and not that I think. Well, I'll be careful here, but I'm not sure if this is common knowledge of the party, but the Brotherhood are they're not very nice
no.
people. They
Well, they're also gonna once. So a couple things. I'm glad you guys have been discreet about things. Once they know about the crown jewels, that's going to be something. And then the dwarves will tell you that, hey, we have probably about 3 months when we start moving over here before people know that there is stuff in these mountains. I'm very happy that you have a charter and officially recognized by the king. That will help us to deal with squatters, he says.
Yeah, the Scarlet Brotherhood. Again, I'm not sure if our characters would know
Some
tremendous
would
amount
know.
about this, but
Some would know.
they are evil racial supremacists. And very likely in league with the slave lords. Hint,
Yeah.
hint.
Most likely, and we will deal with them as we deal with the slave lords. My mind is thinking, yes, they're putting towards stuff, but maybe we need to put out notices for anyone that would like to apply to be part of, I don't want to say militia, like an actual physical army of Darkshelf. How can we get an official army of Darkshelf?
Get knighted and allow the king to actually let us levy soldiers.
Yeah,
I don't think that Niron's
trying.
going to let us raise a military that's not under their flag.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's going to get back to the king that we were given the ability to use the mines we are producing out of the mines. I'd love it if we could maybe take our Darkshelf Enterprises thing and maybe stamp it on the iron ore that comes out before we sell it.
Well, here's the thought. If you humor me for a moment. I love your ambition, but at the same time, I don't want the king. If your goal, I'm gathering your goal is to become the lady of this land and rule it. Let's make sure we don't overplay our hand too, because if the king decides, this looks quite enterprising, I'm going to install Duke What's His Face to go rule this place, then that person becomes our liege lord, and that's not us. So if we establish ourselves a bit more and maybe resolve the slave lords and the like, may not get us stuff of renown to get knighted, and then we demand, okay, can you bequeath rulership of these lands to us? My only concern, and mind you, I'm not trying to rain on your parade here.
No. I just want a manor. I just want the manor.
Just the thought occurred to me that if we start making it big things like, hey, this is the up and coming part of your kingdom, he might say, great, because I've got a nobleman who needs a place to rule, and then we're subservient to that dude.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't want that. I'm just thinking, because like if you have cows, you brand them, right? So they know where they're coming from. So if we put our stamp on the iron ore, they know that's fine quality ore, came from Darkshelf. I should go buy it from there.
I don't see any reason why we can't already start trying to do branding. Why we? I mean,
the dwarves will put their house stamp on it, and then the Darkshelf stamp. That's fine.
I mean, I gotta imagine you melt them into ingots, you put them in crates. Just put a seal that is unique to us on the crates.
Right, and the dwarf house.
And the dwarf house, yeah. But I mean, if they start bringing over settlements, and then we send out notices, we have prime real estate for sale type of thing. I'm just trying to get us larger.
Well, that also needs to be from the local city magistrate too. I mean, we're not taking over the city too.
No, I don't want to.
Oh
I,
well,
I just want a manorship. I just want money coming in.
which we do.
Yep, we've got that. Now we have two.
Well, for what it's worth, when you keep maybe there needs to be some terminology get right here. When we keep saying manor, my thought is okay. A manor is like a nobleman's estate, which
Right.
okay,
Right.
if we're gonna went up that road, great. But to win nobility, we're gonna need we're adventurers. We're gonna need, because we weren't born into it. We're gonna need to prove to the king
Yeah.
that we're worthy. And we might need more than commercial acumen for that, because that gets you, burger status. But if we want to, really rub shoulders of royalty, then we're going to have to really prove ourselves to be awesome heroes. And again, I'm not just saying that because of, game rules and whatnot, because I tend to think that's more of a role playing thing. But
Mhm.
again, I don't. I'm not sure if simply being great businessman is going to win us that. Mind you,
No, it won't. I want to take out the slave traders, and I want to take out the other one, the Brotherhood of blah blah blah. I think that would get us what we need to be considered a manor.
That I agree with. So again, I'm for it. I'm for expanding our profit, Sand, but I think that we kind of actually got the really big thing secure already, that we're officially the owners of this territory.
Yes.
Again,
Yeah,
the
you're
local-
able to exploit the resources in the territory.
correct. We're not
Yeah,
gonna
the rights.
we're
I
not
guess the mineral rights. There you go.
we're not gonna have Nice Store coming by telling us, hey, by the way, the whoever rules this area, the local count or duke, has reassigned ownership. You're now squatters.
Right.
Well, the thing is, here's the interesting thing, because I did look this up. So effectively, like I said, Nessermouth is it's not part of an earldom or dukedom. It is held by the king, right? So it's the sheriff. So really, the sheriff here is the one who has, provenance or rulership over this whole, I would say, this whole western side.
Oh, great! The guy who sees us and groans.
Yeah. But it's making him money. I mean, he's probably gonna, when you start finding something, he's probably gonna go, oh, can I buy an interest or something? Like Naster's like, oh, I've heard that you found iron. Can I buy an interest in your company? So anyway, I know we're getting into fun medieval, weird, pseudo medieval economics, pseudo Renaissance economics.
Well,
but
what about getting our own sheriff?
I don't know. That's an idea. Well, I mean, if you're holding it for the king, so that's an idea you could talk to you when the officials come to visit you, that they're supposed to by the fall.
Oh, yes.
Admittedly, yes. If the community gets large enough, then the officials may think maybe this place needs its own administration.
Yeah. So right now, Naster is like the I don't know. He's a headman slash, not really even a bailiff, right? So I mean, you could be a bailiff, for the keep there, right? But but
maybe
Naster's just like the headman, but maybe he can be elevated or something,
to sheriff,
or they'll send somebody. Yeah,
to sheriff. Because I mean, if we get the dwarven community going and people starting to come to us before they get there in the fall, and they see how large it's become, and they see what's coming out of the mines, and that we really need our Nesser or Nesser, is his name Nesser?
Yeah.
To be
Nastor,
to not just be a deputy, but to be an actual sheriff, and
this guy here,
right, able to.
He'll be happy. He'll be happy if he goes, oh, I'm not that ambitious, but if you think I should become sheriff,
he's been quite a strong ally of ours so far.
Oh, for sure.
Right, yeah. Right. So
I already have my deputy here. The monk bows.
Right. So I mean, once he does that, then what area would he be sheriff over? Just Darkshelf, or would
Darkshelf and the Pelira Valley,
which is what, this red line to the orange line to the river to the white?
No, probably. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. But this is like, what is that red line there? I don't know. What did I put there?
This.
I assume that was
this.
a country boundary. So I'm kind of assuming if he became elevated to that, we'd be basically encompassing the mountain range all the way up to the red line, that area. Because
No, probably the Pale River Valley. So like Darkshelf, like this, something like this.
So those 3 hexes with the river
Yeah.
running through it about.
But our mountains were all of our mountains. I mean, I would have asked for these.
I mean, you guys are probably like just outside in these mountains outside of Darkshelf, right? So you have
Bear
rights.
in mind, this map scale says it's a hex is 12
miles.
So
that's a lot.
If we were to own that entire area, that would be a lot of territory.
I mean, you have rights to mine in like more or less this hex right now, so which is a lot if you think about it. That's like
okay, but I mean,
6...
I'd like this hex too.
Well, this is further into the mines. It's probably like there's probably like humanoids and stuff. I'll have to see what's in the Gnarl Marsh. This is like the Gnarl Marsh, like a swampy area here. So it's probably like humanoids, even giants and stuff in this territory. So we'll see.
And
other adventures.
We could be friends with them too. I mean,
well.
I want to make sure that we have rights to what we need rights to.
Giants, we're going to be killing them.
The what?
Yeah.
Giants will be killing.
Yes. Unless they are friendly and pay their taxes. I mean,
we'll see what they're all about. Although I'm not sure like the local goblinoid tribes are going to be all that friendly to us, given how those are the folks that Bazali recruited earlier, and since they apparently worship the Elder Elemental Eye, given that that's what we found earlier, I think we basically know that they're servants of chaotic evil.
Right. Yeah. I
mean, there could be dragons in these mountain ranges. Who knows?
True. Or all sorts of other weird stuff coming up from the Bright Desert. I mean,
from the Bright Desert. Yeah,
we are only a stone's throw away from that, and that place is destroyed by a magic cataclysm. So
yeah, this is like a ruined
God knows
sunken
what could be out there.
This is like a ruined sunken city. So
okay, so remember, eventually.
I don't like goblins. They disfigured me as a young baby.
That's okay. We can take them out.
All right. And so how long do we want to stay in Darkshelf?
Veer is handsome to Arlindia, so it doesn't matter.
Do we want to start planning to go to Highport? Is that the adventuring plan as opposed to the land grabbing and economic plan?
Well, that just became a discussion. I thought we were waiting to see if because we should be pretty close to the time that the slavers should start showing up again, right?
I don't know.
If they're going to show up again.
If they're going to show up. Yeah, because, a black ship did come by, but it didn't stay. It didn't even go up the river. That's what
the thing is that Darkshelf right now, this is my reasoning at least. Bizali obviously had a contact who we eliminated. Or at the minimum, somebody was sitting trading with them, and the long span, which we renamed, came by to do an exchange. But I don't, at least is my suspicion. I don't think that he was running like a big operation. I would tend to think that a Highport is probably the big concentration of this. And if we're going to grow Darkshelf out to be a community, right now it's small enough that it had fisheries, it had the quarry. The quarry was a front. It was also kind of small and out of the way, so it probably wouldn't be worth raiding. But if Bazali's got his business out there, somebody might drop by. But if he wasn't a big fish, it may not be attracting any attention. But if this place is going to start growing and growing a lot, if we have like a gold rush there or something, then we are painting a target on us. So I'm not sure if anybody's going to show up now because they don't have any reason to. I mean, with the long span not returning, they may chalk that up to storms or whatnot. But Bazali not, offering new slaves up for sale, or looking to buy new slaves, I don't know if anybody have any reason to come out here.
Okay.
But if Darkshelf gets bigger, then they might start saying, "Hey, that up and coming community looks pretty undefended. Let's raid it." So that may give us some incentive to defeat the slave lords before they could start, targeting
Right.
our ambitions. That's my thought, at least right now. So I don't think there's immediate danger of Darkshelf if we want to set sail for Highport, because again, I think it's still inconspicuous enough. I don't think that they were making regular rounds if Bizzali's not there to say, "Hey, come by," because I've got a deal.
True.
Yeah, I mean, it's about 7 to 8 weeks between ships, although you only
Right.
have like an N of 2.
And then again, maybe Yogi or Quan or somebody has more input on that, because we
Right.
learned that again he had one exchange coming, but I haven't gathered, or at least my expectation is that based on the size of his operation, I don't know if he had like, okay, we're going to come by every couple weeks to go pick him up because you've got stock that's always available for us.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess that's what Quan will say. Like what are they coming every 7 to 8 weeks? It seems. I mean,
Well, how feasible would it be?
he said they came right before you guys arrived, maybe 2 months before you guys arrived, right? And that's when Bazali had this show of killing those slavers, and then so I don't know, maybe his masters were already wary or dubious of this operation, and then a week after you guys defeated him, right? A ship came, and then 8 weeks later, so you have maybe another 8 weeks before they even care. And
Yeah.
this last ship, it just left. Because I think they may have dropped off like the other ship did some people, and the people said, "Well, I guess it's been destroyed and it's not worth it." So
Well, that's the thing. If he didn't show up for if Bizarre didn't show up at the meeting spot for the exchange, and they waited around and figured, okay, he's out, let's take off, because this place is to them right now is kind of just a rinky-dink hamlet. It's not even worth our time.
right.
So you may be absolutely right that if they were coming by regularly, they probably already made the rounds. It came up for the exchange, but Zali's not there, and so it's like, okay, he's out.
Okay. How feasible would it be to build like a little port while we're gone? So we
I
don't
don't know.
have to keep putting out and then rowing ourselves in, but like building like a dock, and so that way it's better for if we're selling our ores and people are coming to trade and things like that, just kind of starting to build it up. I mean, would the town be able to do that while we're gone?
Do you
Not
want the dock? You want the dock at the town, or do you want the dock at the mine?
well. So I guess shallow water wise, Darkshelf is more or less a fishing village. They don't have like a deep water harbor, right? You guys have to get out to where the wave past the wave break and then row in to get to Darkshell proper. However, the mouth of the Pelira River, obviously the cog was able to sail up it a little bit, right?
Mhm.
So the mouth of the river could be a good place for a port, as it were.
Then that would be good, because we need to be able to get the ore out to sell it. We need to be able to get people in and out. Trade has to happen. So I would think building that area up.
Well, that's going to cost more and more money.
Yeah, but I'm assuming the town is going to invest some of their stuff too. It's not just us.
I mean, they're a bunch of fisher folk.
Right, but don't they want to sell their fish?
Well, yeah, we trade and barter.
So how much money are we talking to build the port?
I don't know. I have to look that up.
Okay, so you guys can get us a quote while we go deal with Highport. Get us a quote.
I mean, the GM has to look it up.
Just get us a quote.
Have their people get back to our people.
Yeah, pretty much. All right,
But
well,
I mean-
that's probably a good place to stop then, because I think we're decided that we're gonna get things ready, and maybe in the couple weeks in between games, we can figure out how we're stocking the dark sail for a at least a 2-week journey and maybe a month round trip.
Yes.
There's plenty of room on the dark sail. I mean, honestly, for that type of
I'm
stuff.
assuming when we had it in Nessermouth that they've reinforced everything. They've put the dark sail on it. We had flags that we can fly.
Right.
We have the king's flag there, but I'm assuming they would have built like nice stately rooms for us, and then an area for people to sleep and hold.
Well, yeah, you have crew quarters and staterooms for you guys, but
And then the only other thing I can think of that we might need to recruit for is like a doctor.
Okay.
You got two clerics.
You got 2 clerics.
Yeah, but what if you're busy?
You got 2 clerics.
Okay, all right, we got the 2 clerics. I was just trying to.
Are you talking for the city?
No, I'm talking for the ship.
Yeah, we have. You have 2 clerics. You got a 5th level and a 4th level cleric.
Yeah, you got plenty.
Okay. And is there a spell or something for purify water and food that Arlindia could learn or something like that? That way,
the clerics have it.
Okay. Then we don't.
You do the kabooms.
I do the kaboom and the negotiating
and the hold person stuffs, the webs.
I mean, really, the only kind of classic capability that we don't have in this party per se would be thieving skills, exactly. Which you can kind of make up for with smart play. Although,
I mean, Quan would probably get killed, but you could see if he wants to go along.
I don't want him killed, but
I'm not gonna force him.
Well, would any members of our militia have any
thieving?
Aptitude,
thieving abilities? So
they're after 2 months with Veer and Rorden, no.
Right, but yeah, they've just been trained for fighters. I understand that, but I didn't know.
I mean, of the you don't know any thieves in town other than the ones that you guys have.
Well, what about Junior? What about Junior? Does he have any friends that are of the thieving?
Well, my buddy Quan here. No,
thieving persuasion.
He can ask around because I don't think because I've read books about. He can read actually. Junior can read.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually probably Yogi's started teaching him how to read. But he says no, I don't really. I've read some of the books and picture books that Yogi has showed me. Tell that there are things called thieves guilds, but I don't think Darkshelf has one.
This is probably the wrong thing to ask, but are there any of the dwarves' family members that are there that are thieves that would like to go with us that aren't as much into mining?
The dwarves kind of look at you.
They're not going to be talking to the elf.
They kind of say dwarves do not thief. Scouts, perhaps. We will see.
I mean, Arlindy is a scout, but she's not thievy.
Underground scouts. Not woodsy scouts.
Well, let's put it this way: we need a master. We need a master of locks. Somebody who knows the way around. Knows the way around the most intricate lock and the most mechanical of traps.
Like Berta says, I have a cousin.
Would he be interested in adventuring with us? He would.
Because you're so sexist. Why does my cousin have to be a he?
Would the dwarf in question?
Elves. Because it is a he. I'm just messing with you, Elfie.
Ha 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 ha.
Because we have sent word to bring some of our family members and other refugees from Onwall. The Scarlet Brotherhood was taken over. They do not like dwarves or elves. However, somehow that one, she kind of looks at Zorik over there training or whatever. Somehow that one would be okay. She shrugs her shoulders.
He's a good guy.
Oh, yes, I'm sure he is a good guy.
That's Sir Zorik, Sir Veer, Sir Warden.
You're all knights now.
No, I'm just trying to get used to saying that. we would like that, and we would like you guys to also help. You know.
Well, understand we intend to strike a blow against the slavers themselves. So there will be great danger, but also great profit
Yes.
and from our adventure. But we would benefit from somebody skilled with locks and mechanisms and traps, and surely your cousin then has
Is an expert locksmith,
yes.
perhaps.
And he would get to keep some of the spoils that he earned.
I'm listing of things I have to do. Like how much a port, build up the dwarves, travel to High Port, king's representatives. Okay.
All
I
the
have my
things
list of actionables.
for the next
But-
time.
Yeah, so because I think it's a good place to stop because we want Wolsey to be on the journey.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
We do want to do the. I could fast forward you across the Sea of Granat, but it might be fun to.
But
The journey's half the fun, right?
Right, but Arlindia wants to ask Bronson a
Yeah,
question.
We
He's not here.
need to see if we get attacked on the way and have some literal swashbuckling.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd be kind of fun.
Arlindia wants to see if there's a wolf or something around that we could tame, maybe as a present for Bronson. Because doesn't he have a birthday coming up?
I don't know.
She misses the dog.
He's around. You could pet him while he's there.
I know,
At-
but
Darkshelf.
he's not on the ship and he's not adventuring with us.
Well,
We might want to take him on the ship. Actually, when we go, we might want a guard dog there. It'll be dangerous, so we might want a guard dog given where we're going.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Question.
I mean, there might be some like AD&D adjacent that have rules for building up advancing henchmen or whatever, or animal type companions, like Axe or Osric might have something.
Right.
I'll check and look at it. Okay.
Question, Carl. Before we wrap up here, how long is it going to be for these other dwarves to show up? So we have an idea of how long we're going to be how much longer are we hanging out in Darkshelf before we kind of pack up to go?
It's probably like a 20-day round trip to Nessermouth by land.
Mm-hmm.
Right, 10. It's like if you imagine a hex a day.
And
Well, 12. So 2 hexes a day. Probably is 12-mile hexes. So 1.5 hexes a day. So probably like a week there and back. So like 2-week round trip. So 2 weeks if they send someone like tomorrow.
Right.
And we can take our war horses on the dark sail with us too.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Well, if we want to try and recruit the party thief and get all our affairs in order, then I guess we wait the 2 weeks.
I mean, I can
then.
stat out Quan too. He was I think he was a 2nd level monk.
If he volunteers to join us, that's fine. I'm not going to force him. And at 2nd level, admittedly, he might be in danger of getting whacked real hard, and depending upon the encounters. Although the thought is, there's a reason why I thought about having Shepard on the boat. Again, we're going to need to dock this thing. If we're actually going to dock it in Highport, and I mean, we could pose as pirates or something like that, or we're not going to fly the flags of Nyron sailing directly into the port of Highport. But I mean, I'm sure we could dock it. I just want to make sure that once we're docked, we don't have some ne'er-do-wells try and board the ship while we're out adventuring, and having a guard dog there who can start barking up a storm and then wake up all the hands. That might even be enough to deter somebody from sneaking on board to say steal our loot.
Right.
Would it be worthwhile to have more than one dog on the boat?
Maybe.
Okay, so maybe we could add that to the list. Get more guard dogs. Or perhaps one guard dog per militia.
That's a lot of dogs.
That's a lot of dogs, sorry. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there'll be plenty of room because you don't have cargo, right? So
gonna need to build a Darkshelf kennel.
we need an animal shelter.
You shouldn't have killed those spiders. Oh, mud tigers. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say my animal husbandry. I'm going to be asking the dwarves if they've come across any more mud tigers in the mine.
They haven't yet. But
Okay.
I think you guys closed all those passages.
Well,
to the elemental
we might
planet.
have, but I didn't know if there was some we missed.
Okay.
We just want to be
Yeah.
extra special careful. But yeah, I mean, whatever we need on the boat to protect that and whatever we need for us. And then obviously we need the quote for the port. And I'm sure that the village, since they would benefit from it as well, will take up some of the cost. Not all of it, but some of it.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to, and we can brainstorm this more if we'll see when it shows back up, but I tend to think that when we get to Highport, depending on how we go about this, we may not have enough notoriety ourselves, especially if they again, I don't know how well known Bazali might have been there, but I don't know if we would necessarily stand out enough where it's like, hey, those are those adventurers, and they
Right.
just pick us out on the street. So we might be able to either pass easily as ourselves, or if we needed to, we could probably just come up with some cover identities again. I'm the Dread Pirate Roberts or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems to me we get there, we make contact with Nekarl to Sethany.
Nakara, you mean?
Nakara, yeah.
Nakara
Nakari. Yeah, whatever. You'll need to post his name in the chat, Carl.
I did.
Then,
I thought
you did? I missed that.
I did.
Oh, there it is.
Nakara,
Wow, I was way off.
Yeah.
I was way off. Okay. Anyway, we make contact with him because even if he is trying to lone wolf it, at the same time, he doesn't necessarily need to travel with us or anything like that. He can continue his own kind of lone wolf anti-slaver operation, but
also give watch the boat,
knowing
that
knowing that we're friends, might mean that he's able to watch out for us, gather rumors, whatever, and get us information. Because what we don't know about Highport right now is where the slavers kind of base is, because it's gonna be there. I imagine it's probably even a slave market, but we don't. If we're trying to cut to the heart of this matter, they've probably got a stronghold somewhere, and we're gonna have to find that.
Right. I'm all for that.
Yep. Cool. Well,
and
guys,
just a question. It's a game question thing. So if we get there, I know we can get rumors, but can we start dropping rumors?
Oh, you could do whatever, yeah.
I mean, can we start dropping rumors that, there's...
Well, don't tell me yet. You're not there.
No, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if you're dropping rumors, you can do that.
I'm gonna lose my thought process if I don't say it. But
all right, say it. Go ahead.
I'm thinking we could start dropping rumors like, oh my goodness, they're really starting to build up in Darkshelf, and there's all this great stuff that's been found there, and
I thought we wanted to kind of be incognito still.
Well, but I was thinking we could drop the rumor that Bazali's really got it going on over there. type of
I
thing.
I think that would attract slavers and raiders and whatnot. But again, we gotta treat this place like it's again the wretched hive of scum and villainy. I don't know if we
Highport, yeah.
want to. I don't know if we want to. If we're talking about dropping these in Highport, I don't know if we want to do that and make Darkshelf sound all conspicuous because, next thing that we know, while we're trying to raid the slaver base, some enterprising jerk decides, hey, let's sail over to Darkshelf and go knock it over because I heard that this place is really starting to get off the ground and it should be easy pickings.
Right. Alrighty. Well, it was just a thought. I'm just thinking if we can use rumors to our advantage, maybe we could start dropping some ulterior rumors. I guess I'm not certain what to call those.
Yeah.
Maybe
maybe rumors that you guys are pirates or something. I don't know.
Or heck, we could even try and pass Sork off as Pizzoli again, since that actually worked last time.
That's true.
Might as well.
With the J Rose permission, of course.
Well, we'll see what. Yeah, I mean, if the position rises again, yeah.
Might as well. I mean, she's got all the stuff to dress up as the previous elf as well, and I don't think they would know the elf in Darkshelf at all.
Or in Highport.
Right, wherever we are.
Cool.
But anyways, thank you for playing. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for playing, everyone. Thank you, J-Roll, Woolsey, who's left, Greyhawk, Snake.
Yes, sir. Thank you for running.
Dreamrolla. Thank you so much for playing. And our continued, like I said, Greyhawk campaign, where we are playing through the Against the Slave Lords campaign. And the next time we will be crossing the Sea of Gernot and arriving in Highport. One hopes. It could be a dangerous journey across the sea. As you see, even to get off this map towards Highport, it is a couple hundred miles.
Yeah.
Well, Carl, again, as always, thank you so much for running our session and running this really fun campaign. And by the way, Streamrolla, Amy, happy birthday! Happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
All right.
I think we ought to sing happy birthday before she stops taking.
No, not necessarily.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
So, good night.
Good rolling.
All right. Thanks, Carl.
Yep.
Bye. And we are stopped.